Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I was not planning on filming today. However, my worms just arrived and I need to get them in their bin. I ordered 1 pound of red wiggler worms from Buckeye Organics. Red wigglers are said to be the best composting worms, or the best worms to use in composting systems. So that's what I bought. I plan to divide this bag between two composters, two in bed worm composters, and I did put those worm composters in on another video, and I will link it so that you guys can go back and watch. But basically I just dug some soil out, popped the beds in, the worm beds, and then that was it. So what I'm doing right now is moistening this paper so that I can build up the substrate in the worm bins. You can use just soil if you want, but I like to use a mixture of materials. And then the idea of this is that the worms will compost all of that down and leave you with the worm casings, worm castings. Leave you with the worm castings, in which you can use in your garden beds, in your house plants. And it is a really great fertilizer to have on hand. This substrate will build up over time as we add in more materials. Now it's time to add some worms. The worms prefer darkness, so I'm going to cover them up. They are able to leave the bin, but the idea is that you will be continuously adding food to the bin, which will draw them back in there, and that's where you will harvest your worm castings. The second bin is also full of pill bugs. I don't know why I was expecting them to just be empty, but it was a surprise opening up and seeing all those bugs in there. I'll add more fresh material to this as the season progresses, along with fresh food for the worms. So anything that, any vegetable discards, you know, your herb leaves, like anything you can give them, and they should be able to break that down for you. So here is the rose, the climbing rose, my favorite plant in the garden right now. Look how full it looks. So many of the blooms have opened up since the last video that I shared with them. And when you come outside, you can smell them. Like, I can smell this perfume when I walk out the back door, and it's wonderful. Look at that. This is 2 roses planted on 2 separate trellises. This is gorgeous. They bloom in clusters, which I absolutely love. So one cluster of bloom, or I'm sorry, one cluster will give you a ton of bloom. So let me just show you what that looks like. This cluster here that you can see, all of these buds here will turn into this. So this rose blooms in clusters. That's what I call it. I don't know if that is the proper horticultural term, but I try to explain it so that it's easy to understand for myself. So there's a cluster. Here's a cluster in bloom. So gorgeous. This will bloom all summer long and into the fall. Thank you guys so much for watching. The worms are in. Oh gosh. The hawks that are nesting, both of them just flew overhead, and they have a meal in their talons. I just saw them carrying another creature off to their nest. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. The worms are in. The perfume breeze rose is gorgeous, and my clematis and my other rose are in bloom. They look amazing. So let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll see you next video. Bye.